those who are defending our freedom and reaffirming our pledge of our allegiance to our nation. Please stand and remain standing as Zach Snyder, 4-H Board of Directors-elect, sings the national anthem, after which Jordan DeWitt will lead us in the American pledge. Please remain standing following the pledge for the parade of state winners.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
The 4-H competition year culminates this week, but events are held throughout the year. Tonight we honor the special events winners. Special events is a term we use to describe all those events that are not a part of the project achievement process. In most cases, these 4-Hers have been a member of a team. Teamwork, decision-making, and communication skills are built into all of these events. Please hold your applause until the conclusion of the announcement of winners. As the 4-Hers step forward, any coaches and donors who are with us tonight in these projects, please stand. The chicken barbecue winner is Tess Hammock of Monroe County. The chicken barbecue contest is sponsored by the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Poultry Science Department at UGA and Mr. and Mrs. Johnny Deckel. She is coached by Kathy Hammock. The winning Cotton Bowl Consumer Jamboree team of Ben Branch, Connor Dunn, and Miles McDonald are from Tift County. They are coached by Miles Drummond. The Cotton Bowl Consumer Jamboree High Individual winner is Victoria Kakavitz of Gwinnett County. She is coached by Carol Gaines. Cotton Bowl Consumer Jamboree is sponsored by the Georgia Agricultural Commodity Commission for Cotton, represented by Richie Seaton. Emily Hostetler, Gibson Priest, Anika Carr, and Mary Swims represent the winning dairy judging team from Gordon County. The team is coached by Anne Marie Carr. Southeast Milk Incorporated and the Georgia 4-H Foundation sponsor the event. We welcome Kathy Palmer, chair of the Georgia 4-H Foundation. The high individual for the dairy judging competition was Meredith Franks of Burke County. She is coached by Heather Brown. Bennett Guthrie, Jonathan Fox III, and Mary Hannah Thomas represent the winning Dairy Quiz Bowl team from Oconee County, coached by Henry Hibbs. The Georgia 4-H Foundation and Southeast Milk Incorporated sponsor Dairy Quiz Bowl. The Dean's Award competition recognizes youth who have participated and excelled in a broad spectrum of activities and experiences over a sustained period of time. The Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Dean's Award went to Garrett Hibbs of Oconee County. The project is sponsored by Michael and Sharon Reeves, and we welcome Mr. Reeves here this evening. The Dean's Award for Citizenship was awarded to Crystal Buckingham of Pickens County. Mr. Roger Harrison, Dr. Jason Humphris, and the Georgia EMC are the sponsors. We are pleased to have with us Ms. Gail Cutler and Alice Mallory from Georgia EMC, and Roger Harrison is here with us tonight as well. Crystal is coached by Tracy Buckingham. The Communication and Arts Dean's Award went to Tess Hammock of Monroe County. Communications and the Arts is sponsored by Mr. Bill Edwards. Tess is coached by Kathy Hammock. Savannah Lockman of Oconee County won the Dean's Award in Family and Consumer Sciences, sponsored by Dr. and Mrs. Blaine Everson and the Georgia Association of Family and Consumer Sciences. We welcome Dr. and Mrs. Everson this evening. The Dean's Award in Leadership was awarded to Connor Dunn of Tift County, who is coached by Miles Drummond. The James Harris Leadership Endowment is the sponsor. Kevin Morris of Chatham County was the national winner in the Egg Preparation Contest, sponsored by the Georgia Egg Commission. His coach is Mark Morris. Kevin is also our winner in Leadership in Action, sponsored by the Eberhard Fund, Epsilon Sigma Phi, and Jason Dukes. Madison County took first place in the Food Product Development Competition. Their team consists of Chase Goldman, Katie Cooper, Nicholas Bryant, Hayden Bailey, Madison Sosby, and Victoria Bryant. The team's coach is Lee Foster. The Georgia Agribusiness Council, the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Food Science Department, and the Georgia 4-H Foundation sponsored the event, and we're glad to welcome Brian and Carrie Toller of the Agribusiness Council. Our state winners in hippology and horse judging are from Gwinnett County. The hippology team is coached by Patty Schwed, and the horse judging team is coached by Janice Rogers. They are joined by team members Sarah Lawley, Savannah Harrison, and Amanda Davis. Lee Pendleton of Coweta County was the high individual for hippology and horse judging. She is coached by Pam Pendleton. Hippology is sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation, and horse judging is sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation and the Georgia Quarter Horse Youth Association. The Horse Quiz Bowl winners, Alyssa Pollock, Lindy Foster, Madison Marbear, are from Forsyth County and coached by Karen Marbear. The Georgia Quarter Horse Youth Association and the Georgia 4-H Foundation are the donors. In the state horse show, congratulations to our saddle seat state winner, Elizabeth Conti, our grand champion from Wayne County, coached by Becky Conti. In the contest division, Courtney Woodard of Hall County is our winner, coached by Tanya Woodard. Hunt seat top honors go to Effingham's Lauren Thompson, coached by Laura Thompson. The horse show ranch winner was Susie Wynn of Thomas County, coached by Henry Wynn. Saddle seat winner Sarah Beth Arnold is coached by Alta Arnold of Wayne County. And in stock seat, top winners go to Bullock County's Jared Carty, coached by Mark Carty. First place in livestock judging went to Gordon County 4-Hers, Marty Gurney, Kevin Edwards, Anik Carr, and Cheyenne Childers. They were coached by Lee Crump. Bartow County's Morgan Moore was the high individual, and she is coached by Taylor Moore. Livestock judging is sponsored by the Georgia Cattlemen's Association and the Georgia 4-H Foundation. In poultry judging, Ty Blackwell and Sam Becerra of Houston County won first place. The team is coached by Stacy Ellison. Clay Wilkie, Pickens County 4-H'er, was the poultry judging high individual and is coached by Corey Watson. Poultry judging is sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation and Clover Coffee Company. We welcome Dr. Bo Ryles of Clover Coffee. Our Junior National Livestock Program receives support from a host of individuals and groups. A special thank you to donors, the Georgia National Fairgrounds and Agri Center, the Georgia Agricultural Exposition Authority, and the Georgia Junior Livestock Foundation. Our show champions are sponsored by Georgia Farm Bureau, and the Master Showman Program is sponsored by Joe Griffith Family. In the state show, Champion Breeding U was shown by Anna Ruff of Elbert County. She is coached by Greg Ruff. Madison Barnes of Mitchell County showed the champion Mark Gill. Madison is coached by Jerry Barnes. Our champion market goat was Braylee Dorsey of Emmanuel County, coached by Steve Dorsey. Our market steer winner is Bo Bailey, coached by Cliff Bailey. Bo is from Decatur County. Ty McDermott of Carroll County was Master Showman Breeding U, coached by Kenny McDermott. Hurd County's Haley Cook was Market Hog and Market Lamb Master Showman. Haley's coach is Mark Cook. Our Target Sports SAFE program encompasses several disciplines. The program is sponsored by Georgia 4-H SAFE Development Committee. The 22 Rimfire O-Class individual winner was Bartow County's Haley Jansen, who is coached by Scott Drexler. The 22 Rimfire T-Class individual winner was Nikki Smith of Crisp County, and she is coached by David Smith. The first place 22 Rimfire team from Bartow County is comprised of Danielle Drexler, Caitlin Drexler, Garrett Myrick, and Haley Jansen. They are joined by their coach, Scott Drexler. Nicholas Cole of Camden County is the Air Pistol High individual. He is coached by Con Cole. The Lowndes County Archery Compound team took home top honors. Team members include Braden Coate, Preston Barker, Sam Bennett, and high individual John Lupinek. They are joined by their coach, Jim Barker. Kara Henslin of Wayne County was high individual for archery recurve. She is joined by her coach, Brad Henslin. In the modified trap competition, first place went to the team from Oglethorpe County, with team members Alex Long, Ben Giles, Bryce Massey, Chance Fowler, Haley Lanning, Hunter Boring, and Kelly Huff. And they are coached by Randy Gabriel. Rachel Hodges of Cherokee County is a high individual for precision air rifle. She is coached by Lamar Hodges. In the Sporter Air Rifle events, Spalding County's Elizabeth Evans, Aaron Kelly, Mackenzie Grimes, and Susanna Kimball took home the top honors. Clay Poskey, Spencer Kirkpatrick, and Tommy Royal from Blakely County make up the state-winning trap and skeet team. They are coached by Todd Kirkpatrick. Austin Taylor of Douglas County was a trap and skeet high individual and was coached by Junior Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your 2011-2012 special events winners. Please join me in recognizing them.
Thank you, Mr. Al. Congratulations again to all of our winners. Kevin Morris, State 4-H Representative from Chatham County, present our invocation. Kevin?
It has been said, a rock pile ceases to be a rock pile the moment a single person contemplates it, bearing within them the image of a cathedral. For many of us, this week represents our moment of contemplation, and our work, the manifestation of the cathedral. Let us bow our heads in thanks. We thank you for the opportunity to gather tonight, united by 4-H. We're grateful to those who are with us, supporting us, and giving so much of themselves for our success. We appreciate this organization that highlights the best in each of us and utilizes the combined strength of youth and adults to work toward a common goal. Thank you for the food that you have prepared before us, for those who have provided it, and for those who prepared it. Amen.
Thank you, Kevin. During dinner, music will be provided by Kirsten Morris, Chatham County 4-H'er, and this year's state winner in performing arts piano. Please enjoy your meal.
Thank you. We join with you in placing a priority on developing future leaders from every corner of our state. We are very proud to be your partner all year long, but particularly tonight, as Georgia 4-H showcases the best of the best at this, the Georgia 4-H 2012 Awards Banquet.
Thank you, Ms. Mallory. Please, once again, join me at the podium. Accept this gift in token of our appreciation. The annual banquet is a highlight of State 4-H Congress. We are proud to have many special guests here with us this evening to celebrate our achievements as Georgia 4-Hers. Mr. Art Smith, State 4-H leader and Director of 4-H, will introduce these special guests. Mr. Art.
Thank you, Valerie. It is great to be with you this evening and see this wonderful group of young people to celebrate these successes that you've had not only this week at State 4-H Congress, but throughout the year. We begin in just a few days as we will start again another 4-H year, and we'll honor many, many young people tonight for their success throughout the year. We have a lot of friends in the audience and a lot of friends here at the head table. I think the thing that I am so proud of in Georgia 4-H is that we are a public-private partnership where our public officials work with so many private businesses and corporations like Georgia EMC to make Georgia 4-H a success in this state. I'm going to take a few moments and introduce all those people at the head table. And I'm going to begin on my far left and on your right and introduce people at the head table, beginning with Mr. Hugh Slayton, a member of the State 4-H Board of Directors from Lee County. We're glad to have his parents, Hugh Slayton Jr. and Lenore Slayton, with us in the audience. The Honorable Chuck Williams of the Georgia General Assembly, House Seat 113. His wife Beth is also in the audience, and we're glad to have Chuck and Beth with us this evening. The Honorable Mark Williams, Commissioner of the Georgia Department of Natural Resources, a 4-H'er from Wayne County, tells me that his children were both 4-H'ers also. We're glad to have you with us this evening. Mr. Jay Morgan, Vice Chair of the Georgia 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees and President of the J.L. Morgan Company. Jay is a former 4-H and a tremendous supporter of our program. Dr. Tom Landrum, Senior Vice President for External Affairs at the University of Georgia. Tom, thank you for being with us this evening. Mr. Kirby Thompson, past Chair of the Georgia 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees and Senior Vice President for Government Affairs at SunTrust Bank. The Honorable Terry England of the Georgia General Assembly, House District 108, Chair of the House Appropriations Committee. His wife Cindy is also in the audience this evening, and she is a member of the 4-H staff now. We're certainly glad to have her as a part of our staff, and Terry, we're certainly glad to have you with us this evening. Mr. Matthew Pace of the State 4-H Board of Directors from Chattooga County. His parents, Carrie and Wayne Pace, are in the audience, and we welcome them also. Dr. Jennifer Crum, Vice President for Public Service and Outreach at the University of Georgia. Dr. Crum, we're certainly glad to have you join us this evening. Dr. Beverly Sparks, Associate Dean for Extension at the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences at the University of Georgia, member of the Georgia 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees, a tremendous supporter of Georgia 4-H, and most importantly, my supervisor and my boss. The Honorable Kathy Palmer, Chair of the Georgia 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees and Chief Judge of the Middle Circuit Superior Court. Kathy, thank you for all you do for Georgia 4-H. Dr. Joe Broder, Associate Dean for Resident Instruction, College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Joe, too, was a 4-H'er from Henry County with all his siblings. And we appreciate all Joe does, not only to support 4-H, but to help young people when they 4-Hers when they get to the University of Georgia College of Agriculture. Thank you for being with us, Joe. Tess Hammond, member of the State 4-H Board of Directors from Monroe County, and her parents, Kathy and Randall Hammond, are in the audience, and we thank y'all for being with us. Ms. Wanda Bars, a member of the Georgia 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees and past chair of the State Board of Education. Her husband, Earl Bars, is in the audience, and we certainly appreciate Earl and Wanda and all the support that they give to 4-H. Mr. Monty Stevens, president of the Georgia Association of Extension 4-H agents. His wife, Karen, is in the audience, and we welcome Karen also. And finally, on my left, Mr. Jordan DeWitt, a member of the State 4-H Board of Directors from Ware County. Join me in giving these people a welcome. And to my right and to your far left, Miss Erin Burnett, member of the State 4-H Board of Directors from Mitchell County. Her parents, Judy and Nelson Burnett, in the audience, and we welcome the Burnett family. Dr. Steve Dempsey, Associate Vice President of Public Service and Outreach at the University of Georgia. Thank you, Steve, for taking time to be with us this evening. Mr. Terrence Gibson, State 4-H Board of Directors from Athens County, a great young man with a great voice. Miss Alice Mallory, who already met this evening, Chair of the Board of Directors of the Georgia Electric Membership Corporation. And Alice, please pass along to Mr. Paul Wood our thanks and support for this evening and for all you do for Georgia 4-H for so many, many years. Dr. Bob Schulstad, Associate Dean for Research at the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences at the University of Georgia. Bob, we're welcome. Glad to have you with us. Juwan Jackson, Vice President of the State 4-H Board of Directors from Bibb County. The Honorable, Dr. Laura Jolly, Vice President for Instruction at the University of Georgia. Dr. Jolly, we certainly appreciate you taking time to be with us. Mr. Kevin Morris, a member of the State 4-H Board of Directors from Chatham County. His parents, Martha and Mark Morris, in the audience, and we welcome them also. Ms. Teresa Angel, the wife of our Dean, Dr. Scott Angel, the Dean and Director of the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, and Dean, we welcome you and Teresa this evening. Mr. Hank Humphrey, Chancellor of the University System of Georgia. He's a great friend of Georgia 4-H, and we're glad to have you with us, Mr. Chancellor. His wife, Amy Humphrey, is also with us, and we welcome Amy and Hank. Mrs. Gail Cutler, Public Relations Coordinator for the Georgia Electric Membership Corporation. Her husband, Chuck, was here and had to leave, but we certainly appreciate all that Gail does to support our 4-H, and we get to spend a lot of time with her throughout the year, and thank you for being with us this evening. And finally, to my right, Mr. Dowdy White, President of the Georgia 4-H State Board of Directors from Crisp County, and his parents, Gwen and Billy White, are with us also this evening. Let's welcome these people this evening. As most of you know, when you venture away from a head table, you can make some mistakes, and so I certainly hope that I don't leave someone out this evening, but there are a lot of important people in the audience, and we certainly need to show our appreciation for these people that help us in so many different ways. We certainly welcome the Georgia 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees who work with us to raise private dollars to support our 4-H facilities, to support all our programs in Georgia 4-H, and who help us raise the private money to put on this banquet this evening. And I'd like to introduce several members of the Foundation Board that are with us this evening. Ms. Judy Ashley, who is the Extension Coordinator for School Relations and Walton County Extension Coordinator with the University of Georgia. I know Judy is in the audience, and if you'll stand as I introduce you, I would appreciate it. Ms. Kathy Baldwin is the Southeast District 4-H Program Development Coordinator with the University of Georgia College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Honorable Lawrence Barrett, with the Office of Governor and former 4-H'er, and a good friend, and honestly, thank you for all you do for 4-H. Joe Burns, president of Congress, member of the 4-H Foundation. We thank you too, Joe, for all you do in supporting 4-H in so many different ways. Karen Garrett with the Citizens of Georgia Power, and her husband, retired president of Georgia Power, Mike Garrett. We're certainly glad to have Mike and Karen with us. They're great friends, and oftentimes I get to eat Sunday lunch with them at Rock Hill, and I always enjoy that and hear Mike's stories about what he found in the woods that morning. Jay Morgan's up here at the head table. Mr. Mike Giles of the Georgia Postal Federation. Mike, we appreciate all that you do, and you and Abbott have done over the years to support 4-H in so many ways. Ms. Brandy Rux Park, former state 4-H officer, president of the Aurora Group Incorporated, and she is also the donor for the state 4-H board of directors, and we appreciate all you do too, Brandy. Dr. Bo Ryles, senior public service faculty at the University of Georgia, probably more important than my friend and former state 4-H leader. Bo, thanks for being with us. Rod Shaw, Parker, Hudson, Langer, and Dobbs Law Firm here in Atlanta. Rod, thank you also for being with us. And one of our newest board members, Ms. Rebecca Thomas of Chattooga County, Extension Coordinator and 4-H agent. Rebecca, thank you too for all you do for us. Also with the Georgia 4-H Foundation Investment Group is Mr. John Taylor of Holman & Berg Incorporated. John, we thank you for all that you and Andy Berg and all those at Holman & Berg do to help us with our investments and try to keep us making a little money to put on these things for all these new 4-Hers. From the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Dr. Steve Brown, Assistant Dean for Extension with the College of Agriculture. Steve, thank you for being with us. Mr. Bill Cheeseborough, Director of Physical Affairs with the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. His wife Susan is with us this evening. Bill, thank you. Bill is new to the college, and we certainly appreciate all his guidance and help. Mr. J. Duggan, Major Gifts Officer with the Office of Advancement and External Affairs at the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Jay's been with us all week, and we appreciate all he does to help us. Mr. Mark Easton, retired Director of Physical Affairs for the college, a former 4-H'er from down in southeast Georgia. He and his wife, Jane, are always great supporters, and they had two sons that were very successful 4-H'ers. Dr. Gail Hanlon, Extension Nutrition and FF Specialist, representing Dean Lynn Fox this evening, and we're glad to have Gail with us. And thank you, Gail, for all you do for Georgia 4-H's. Let's stop and give these people a great welcome. From the other members of the College of Agriculture and also from the College of Family and Consumer Sciences, Dr. Marcia Simpson, Extension Coordinator for Organizational Development, Mary Melicon, Public Relations Coordinator with the college's Office of Communication and Technology Services, Ms. Sharon Daly, also a Public Relations Coordinator with the Office of Communications and Technology Services with the College of Agriculture, who have helped us this evening with getting photographs of all these young people with their donors and their specialists. Dr. Ronnie Silcox, Extension Animal Scientist. Some days I think Ronnie probably should just join the 4-H staff. He does so much work to help us, and Ronnie, we do appreciate you. Dr. Gina Wilson, Extension Poultry Scientist with the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. The poultry department does so much to help us with all our poultry projects in 4-H. Ms. Faith Peppers, Public Affairs Team Leader with the Dean and Director's Office at the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. She does so much to help us with our press releases and help give us a lot of guidance throughout the year. We also want to welcome Ms. Barbara Hampton, a member of the State Board of Education, actually the chair of the State Board of Education. Barbara, we're glad to have you with us. She is also the Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of the Georgia Transmission Corporation. Welcome this evening, Barbara. We're in a new relationship with the Centers for Disease Control here in Atlanta, and we want to welcome Joe Gregg, Public Health Analysis of the Influenza Division, Dr. Casey Barton, Baravish, who is the commander of U.S. Public Health Service, Division of Foodborne, Waterborne, and Environmental Diseases, and a lady that showed goats in Texas in 4-H, so she knows what we're all about. And Dr. Sherry Gregg, staff veterinarian with the One Health Office at the CDC, and Sherry and Joe spent some time with us yesterday and visited a lot of our demonstrations, and we welcome them here. They're working with us on several new projects, and we're going to meet even again tomorrow morning to talk about something else that we're going to do with the CDC. We welcome George Lee of the Lieutenant Governor's Office, and a retired extension worker, one of our former colleagues. We're glad to have you here, George. Mr. Paul Chambers with AT&T of Northeast Georgia, Regional Director of External Affairs, and his daughter Mary Chambers is in the audience also. Paul, thanks for all you really helped us. Blaine Marital, who is our official photographer for the evening, a good friend of 4-H, and we appreciate, Blaine, your being with us too. Miss Lucy Reed with the Coca-Cola Company, former 4-H, former counselor, and her husband Bob Reed are with us. Lucy, we welcome you and glad to have you again this evening. Miss Amber Edmonberger with Southeast United Dairy Industry Association and sponsor of our 4-H Milkmaid Contest is in the audience. My good friend and former 4-H colleague, Miss Louise Hill, the Fanning Leadership Institute faculty. Louise, thank you for being with us, and we're glad to see you here this evening. Mr. Joe Boterford of the Georgia Peanut Commission, who also sponsors the pea nutrition contest that we do throughout the year, and we welcome Joe also. And finally, well not finally, but we would also welcome two people from Congressman Hank Johnson's office, Shai Armstrong and Peter Butts. We welcome you, and we hope that you'll tell the Congressman that we appreciate your support and being with us this evening. Let's stop here and welcome these people. Now, some of you thinking, well, they left out the district extension directors, and I held them last on purpose. I want to welcome Mr. Greg Price, West District Extension Director. His wife, Becky, is in the audience with us, and Becky, we appreciate your being with Greg, trying to keep him out of trouble. Also, Mr. Norman McGlowan, Northeast District Extension Director, is with us this evening. And our newest Extension Director, Dr. Laura Perry Johnson, is also in the audience, and we want to say a special thank you to Dr. Johnson as she leaves the state 4-H staff next Tuesday officially, and goes on to bigger and better things. But Laura, thank you for all that you've done for Georgia 4-H over the last 20 years. We do appreciate it, and we know that we'll always have a friend in you, and thank you for your support. My last task before I sit down is to introduce our new state 4-H officers, and let Ms. Brandy Rucks give them their new jackets and name tags. But before I do that, I do want to take just a moment and say a special thank you to all the state 4-H staff that are in the audience. Some are in the Ashford room working on other things that have to be done for this evening. But as I walked around the hotel yesterday, I found myself, I probably ought not to say this with my supervisor sitting at the table, but I found myself maybe not with a lot to do. And that's good. I thought for a moment about that, and I realized that there were so many people on the state 4-H staff who were in their place, carrying out their jobs, and it allowed me some time to walk around and talk to some of the judges, to some of the agents. But most importantly, I got to stop and visit with some of the young people that were competing, and listen to their stories, and share a laugh with them, and give them a little encouragement. And probably for me, to be able to do that has been the highlight of the week, to be able to visit with some of these young people, not just these young people sitting up here at the head table that have won, but so many others in the audience that placed second and third, and maybe didn't even place. But what a great group of young people. And I want to say a special thank you to the staff, the state 4-H staff, and all those people that have spent this week here. We've been here since Monday. This is a long week for us, but thank you to the State 4-H staff, and particularly to Ms. Jenny Jordan. I'm going to ask Ms. Brandy Ruggs Park, if she will, now to, we will install our new State 4-H officers. And she's going to present them with their jacket and new state officer name tag. Our president for the upcoming 2012-2013 year is Mr. Zafar Brown from Ben Hill County. Her mother, Kimberly Brown, is in the audience. Zafar, we certainly look forward to you giving leadership to the State 4-H Board of Directors during this next year. Our Vice President from Crisp County is Alec Joyner. His mother, Tricia Joyner, is also with us this evening. And Alec, we expect you to be there and ready to fill in for Tafara when she can't be present. State Representative from Heard County is Miss Gracie Rowe. Her mother, Diana Rowe, is in the audience, and Gracie is a wonderful young lady, members of the Closing Company, that has competed here this week. Candace Childs is also a state representative from Chatham County. Her parents, Tina and Derek Childs, are in the audience, and we are certainly look forward to working with Candace during the coming year. State Representative from Habersham County, young man can sing our national anthem this evening, Mr. Zach Smader. Zach's parents are Navy and Liverpool are also with us. Our Northwest District Representative from Spalding County is Aubrey Fowler. His parents, Nina and Hal Fowler, are also in the audience. Mr. Bailey Dickerson, Northeast District Representative from Stevens County. Bailey's parents, Ron and John Dickerson, are also with us. From Southwest District, Mr. Ashton Black is a representative from Crisp County. His parents, Misty Metters and James Metters, are with us, and his aunt, Faye Brigman, is also with us, and we welcome them this evening. It's been a long time, and I'm not sure it's ever happened, but probably has, I don't remember, but it's been a long time if it's happened before, that we've had brother-sister tending to follow each other on the state board. And Kirsten Morris from Southeast District is the representative from that part of the state. She is from Chatham County, and her parents, Martha and Mark Morris, are with us, and she is the sister of current State 4-H officer Kevin Morris. again to all our head table guests and our special guests in the audience, and to all our donors and other friends that are with us this evening. And Downey, we'll turn it back to you.
At Six Flags last night, we learned the winners of 48 different project categories. Former state officer, the Georgia 4-H alumni from Bartow County, Abby Huss-Stettler, will recognize our project winners. Abby?
Thank you, Gabby. We are proud to honor these outstanding Georgia 4-Hers tonight. They have spent long hours planning activities, practicing presentations, and becoming experts in their field. But they will be the first to tell you that they had a lot of help along the way. Let's take a moment to recognize those who've worked to support these 4-Hers and have made a lasting impression on these young people. With the county agents, volunteers, parents, and specialists who helped these project winners, please stand and let us show our appreciation for their many hours of support and help. Our 4-H program depends on the extension staff and the many donors who sponsor 4-H events and activities. All that we do to provide positive youth development would be impossible without you. Our sincerest thanks for your continued support. State winners, please stand when your project is introduced. Audience, please hold your applause until all of our winners have been announced. This year's Arts and Crafts Project winner is Bailey Guthrie from Oconee County. Arts and Crafts is sponsored by Marion S. Fisher, Mr. and Mrs. Ted Jenkins, and the Georgia 4-H Foundation. We are pleased to have Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins and the Honorable Kathy Palmer with us this evening. Dr. Jim and Renee Williamson sponsor the Beef Project, won by Gibson Priest of Gordon County. Hugh Slayton of Lee County won the Communications Project, sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Volunteer Leaders Association. The Volunteer Leaders Association is represented by Mrs. Joan Parker. Grace Wooten of Schley County is this year's winner in Companion Animal Science, sponsored by the Home Court Farm Mart, Mr. Greg and Ms. Rebecca Price, and Dr. and Mrs. William H. Sell in memory of Scott Sell. We are pleased to have with us Representative Terry England and his wife Cindy with Home Court Farm Mart, Greg and Rebecca Price, and Bill and Edna Sell. Janet Garner of Cherokee County won the Computers Project, sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation and the Georgia Power Company. The state winner of Conservation of Natural Resources is Alec Joyner of Crisp County. The Georgia 4-H Foundation sponsors the project. The winner in Dairy and Milk Science is Megan Mitchell of Oconee County. Dairy and Milk Science is sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation and Mrs. Angela Broder Namath. The Dairy Foods winner is Emily Tyus of Bleckley County. She is sponsored by Mr. Earl and Ms. Wanda Bars and the Georgia 4-H Foundation. We are pleased to have Mr. and Mrs. Bars here with us this evening. Phaedra Vickers of Coffee County is our Dog Care and Training winner. The Georgia Veterinary Medical Association sponsors the project. Dr. Spencer Talley is here with us tonight. Courtney Gailey of Banks County is the state winner in entomology, sponsored by the Georgia Pest Control Association and the Cooperative Extension Service Entomology Department. We welcome Ted Beach of the Georgia Pest Control Association. The Environmental Science Project winner this year is Andrew Day of Pulaski County. The Georgia Cooperative Council sponsors this project and is represented by Ms. Gail Cutler. This year's Family Resource Management winner is Christian Anna Coker of Turner County. Her project is supported by the Sarah L. Huff Fund. The Georgia Master 4-H Club sponsors Fashion Review. Top honors go to Brianna Holt of Haralson County. We welcome Carol Gaines and Jim Davis representing the Georgia Master 4-H Club. In the Festive Foods for Health project winner, Kathy Carpenter, is from Johnson County. Her project is sponsored by Public Supermarkets Charities. Caroline Dunn of Tift County is our state winner in flower, shrubs, and lawns. The Georgia Development Authority sponsors the project. We are pleased to have Mitchell Copeland and Daniela Pereira with us this evening. The Georgia Development Authority also sponsors the Food Fair project. This year's winner is Nicholas Waters of Tattnall County. We again welcome Mr. Mitchell Copeland and Ms. Daniela Pereira. Congratulations to Ashley Childs of Colquitt County, this year's Food Fast and Fit winner. The Cook family, in memory of M.K. Curtley Cook, sponsors the project. Caitlin Hall of Athling County won the Food Safety and Preservation Project, sponsored by Elizabeth Andress and Gary and Ron McKee. Zachary Wood of Emmanuel County is the winner in Forestry and Wood Science, sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation, Mr. Bill Lott, and Paulding Timber Products. Tonight we welcome Mr. Bill Lott. The winner in Fruits, Vegetables, and Nuts is Deanne Taylor of Tift County. The Meadows Knox Family Fund sponsors the project. Aaron Burnett of Mitchell County takes first in General Recreation. The Georgia Recreation and Parks Association sponsors the project, and we welcome Steve Card. Nick Easton of Tattnall County is the state winner in the Health Project, sponsored by Dr. Greg Jones. First place in the History Project goes to Ashley Hollinshead of Hart County. The Georgia 4-H Foundation and the Clover Glove Race Series sponsor the project. Dr. Bo Ryles is here with us this evening. Amy Goddard of Coweta County is our winner in the Horse Project, sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation. In Housing, Equipment, and Environment, Andrew Smith of Union County is our state winner. The project is sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Bucky Cook, and we welcome Mr. Cook here with us this evening. In Human Development, Mallory Talvin of Houston County won top honors. Welcome Georgia Association of Extension 4-H Agents President, Mr. Monty Stevens. The winner of the International Project is Clay Hurdle of Lowndes County. The project is sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation and Ms. Eleanor Smith. We welcome Lucy Reed this evening. Six Flags Whitewater sponsors outdoor recreation in several of our performing arts projects. We are glad to have Ms. Melina Montoya of Six Flags here with us this evening. Will Murphy of Bartow County is our state winner in outdoor recreation. In Performing Arts General, our new state president, Tafara Brown of Ben Hill County. In Performing Arts Other Instrumental, honors go to Isaac Williams of Raven County. In Performing Arts Piano, our state winner is Kristen Morris of Chatham County. Michael Woods of Hancock County is our Performing Arts vocal winner. Again, we thank you Six Flags Whitewater and Ms. Montoya for supporting these projects. In the Performing Arts Dance Project, our first place winner is Megan Beckett from Oconee County. The Performing Arts Dance Project is sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Burley Page, and we welcome Ms. Connie Page this evening. Josh Townsend of Douglas County took top honors in photography. Georgia Magazine sponsors the project, and we welcome Ms. Anna Rowski this evening. First place in Physical, Biological, and Earth Sciences, sponsored by Georgia EMC, goes to Lauren Posey of Clark County. Gail Cutler and Alice Mallory are here with us this evening from Georgia EMC. The Georgia Plant Food Educational Society sponsors the Plant and Soil Science Project, and its winner is Nat Bodiford of Bullock County. We are pleased to have Larry Adams with us this evening. This year's winner in pork production is Hunter Nelson of Thomas County. The project is sponsored by the Georgia Pork Producers Association and Mr. Art Smith, who we are glad to have with us this evening. The Georgia 4-H Foundation sponsors the 4-H Poultry and Egg Science Project. This year's Master 4-H'er is Wesley O'Quinn of Irwin County. Mike and Karen Garrett sponsor the Power and Energy Project. The winner is Rachel Allen of Johnson County. Mr. Mike and Ms. Karen Garrett are here with us this evening. John L. Simpson of Seminole County won top honors in the Public Speaking Project. The Ag Georgia Farm Credit, Mr. Caleb had mentioned, Farm Credit Associations of Georgia and Side4 USA sponsor the project. We are pleased to welcome Clark and Ashley David with Farm Credit here this evening. The Safety Project winner is Morgan Wurst from Clark County. The Georgia 4-H Foundation sponsors the project. This year's Sheep and Meat Goat winner is Jamie Webb of Elbert County. We thank Dr. and Mrs. Jim Williamson, our project owners. Whitewater sponsors the sports project. A.J. Wells of Marion County is our state winner. We are pleased to have Ms. Alana Montoya here with us this evening. Aaron Kelly of Spalding County won the Target Sports Project, sponsored by the Callaway Foundation and the family of Colonel James Body. From Turner County, this year's winner of Textiles Merchandising and Interiors is Rachel Lord. She is sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation. The Georgia Veterinary Medical Association and auxiliary sponsor our Veterinary Science Project, won by Jake Hager of Lee County. Dr. Spencer Talley joins us this evening. Jared Lee of Hall County is this year's winner in the Wildlife and Marine Science Project, sponsored by the Georgia 4-H Foundation. Kevin Brasky of Houston County won the Workforce Preparation and Career Development Project, sponsored by Emerson Climate Technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2012 4-H State Project winners and our newest Master 4-Hers. Let's give them a hand. President White.
Thank you, Abby, and congratulations again to each of our winners. Tonight we recognize our upcoming state board leadership, our special events winners, and our newest Master 4-Hers, our Project Achievement winners. We would not be here today if it weren't for the support of our dedicated 4-H agents and other volunteers who partner with youth every day to achieve success. We look forward to recognizing many of these individuals throughout the remainder of the evening. Please welcome the President of the Georgia Association of Extension 4-H Agents, Mr. Monty Stevens, to present the Friend of 4-H Award.
Thank you, Dottie. The winner of the 2012 Georgia Association of Extension 4-H Agents Friend of 4-H Award is no stranger to education and no stranger to Georgia 4-H. This year's recipient is Ms. Wanda Bars of Parkland, Lebanon County. She's taught public school for 8 years and has been a long-time facilitator of Project Learning Tree, where she received the Outstanding Georgia Project Learning Tree Facilitator Award in 1990 and again in 1998. She was also selected as one of the top 5 outstanding Project Learning Tree educators in the nation in 1995. As a result of Earl and Wanda Bar's commitment to education and forestry, they are recognized as the 2009 National Tree Farmers of the Year, 2010 Governor's Agricultural Environmental Stewardship Award, and presented the National Arbor Day Foundation Education Award. In February 2003, she was appointed to the Georgia State Board of Education and served as chair for 9 years. Ms. Bars was a 4-H member in Bill and Lawrence counties. She has been a long-time supporter of the Georgia 4-H program, where her children were 4-H members, and her daughter Meredith was county agent and 2-time Master 4-H member. Currently, Ms. Bars serves as a member of the Georgia 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees. Wanda believes in the collaboration between 4-H and K-12 education, which it produces students, leaders who are prepared to face the challenges of the future. Because of this collaborative work to connect Extension and 4-H with K-12 education, she was honored with the National Epsilon Sigma Phi Friend of Extension Award. Wanda, will you please come on up? Georgia Association of Extension 4-H Agents and Georgia 4-H and the University of Georgia 4-H program have many great friends, but there is no greater support of the educational mission of Georgia 4-H. Thank you so much.
cooperative. Cooperative extension agents, cooperative 4-Hers. How could you not be a friend to that group? I'm overwhelmed by this opportunity, and I wanted to share a thought with the young people that are here tonight. I sat here as a parent 10 years ago, more than one time. What an honor for us as parents. Ladies and gentlemen, when you choose a spouse, a mate for life, I'm fortunate enough to have one for 38 years. Choose someone who will have high expectations of you and help you be the best that you can be. That's what my husband has done for me. And he's given me the opportunity to truly be a friend of 4-H. I have 2 children, 33 and 30 years old, Andy and Mary. You know, usually you think of parents expecting the best of their children, and of course they should, and you will too as parents one day. But guess what? My children expected the best from me. And as children, you should expect the best from your parents. You should expect the best from your children. And it's truly an honor to have been a 4-H'er, to have worked alongside extension agents. It was very easy to do in Bleckley County with Kathy Baldwin and other great leaders. And so I challenge you to go back to your counties and make sure that you have all the partnerships that you need to make sure that 4-H is successful and that your public education system in your community is successful as well. And never compromise on expecting the best from all of those around you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Congratulations again, Ms. Morris. The Ryles Rising Star Award honors an outstanding county extension agent in the beginning of his or her career. Named in honor of retired state 4-H leader, Dr. Bo Ryles, this is our 3rd recipient. Mr. Art Smith, state 4-H leader, will announce this year's Rising Star Award winner. Mr. Arch.
Thank you, Dally, and wanted to thank you for those inspiring words, and thank you for being such a friend of 4-H. And Earl, we appreciate you too. She said it so well. You've given her the opportunity to be a servant to so many people, and we do appreciate that great contribution, not only to Georgia 4-H, but to this state. Dr. Roger C. Bo Ryles retired as state 4-H leader after 15 years of service in 2009. And upon his retirement, the Ryles Rising Star Award was established to recognize an outstanding 4-H employee in the state, to include extension agents, program assistants, 4-H associates, and other employees of the state 4-H office and the Georgia 4-H centers who provide exemplary service to the Georgia 4-H program during their first 5 years of employment. This year's recipient of the Ryles Rising Star Award was an active 4-H member during her years in school. She was selected as a 4-H camp counselor during her collegiate career, and she served as lead counselor at Rock Eagle 4-H Center for 2 consecutive summers. After completing college, our recipient went on to work 5 years at Zoo Atlanta, where she developed an extensive volunteer programs for the zoo. And in December of 2007, University of Georgia Extension Service and Georgia 4-H was fortunate that Ms. Carrie Gandy Hobbs became the extension agent in Sumter County in Southwest District. Carrie, come on up and join Dr. Ryles. In her nomination, she was described as a leader among agents, both new and experienced, and encourages collaboration and cooperation through planning multi-county programs and events. She has used her skills in volunteer recruitment to recruit and train volunteers to help build capacity in the 4-H program. She has worked with the Maricopa Vista Grant Program to increase the capacity of the 4-H program in Sumter County and Southwest Georgia. Prior to Carrie's arrival in Sumter County, there were only 400 children involved in the 4-H program. Today, that program has grown to 1,000 young people in nearly 30 organized clubs. Just 2 months ago, Carrie transferred from Suffolk County to lead the 4-H program in Jackson County. In her 4.5 years in service at Georgia 4-H, she has been a member of the Georgia 4-H Advisory Committee. Her county has hosted a Cloverleaf Project Achievement Contest for the area for 3 years. She has been recognized by the Georgia Association of Extension 4-H Agents and the National Association of Extension 4-H Agents for her work, including being named the Outstanding Young Professional by GAE 4-HA. She has been awarded a number of grants that have helped continue to grow the Suffolk County 4-H program and work to support military programs in her community. In her nomination narrative and letters of support, these recurring words are documented throughout the nomination. That Carrie is one of the most professional, dedicated, talented, and hardworking people you will meet. But she has a sweet spirit and is just downright fun to be around. She lifts people up, makes the world a better place. She virtually never complains or whines about how busy she is or how difficult the job is. She just figures out a way to get it done. Carrie Hobbs is a true professional and is the 2012 recipient of the Ryles Rising Star Award. Congratulations, Carrie.
As a Georgia 4-H'er, I know firsthand how wonderful our 4-H agents are. Ms. Gail Keller, assisted by Mr. Art Smith, will recognize some of our outstanding 4-H agents with the William H. Booth Award. Ms. Keller?
Thank you, Gabby. While Art and Ms. Mallory are heading down to the front, I just thought I'd mention that the William H. Booth Awards recognizes outstanding extension agents working in the 4-H program. It's an honor acknowledging both peer recognition and career achievement. The award is a tribute to Bill Booth. He was a founder of Jackson Electric Membership Corporation and served as general manager for many years. It was Bill Booth who first suggested that the electric co-ops take a hand in sponsoring statewide 4-H events. The first awards were presented in 1979, making this the 33rd anniversary of this prestigious award for extension agents. The Georgia Georgia Association of Extension 4-H Agents coordinates the judging for the awards. District winners are selected through a peer review process, and the state winner is selected based on a dossier and an interview. And at this time, I'd like to recognize the 4 district winners. The winner for the Northeast District is Ms. Shirley Williamson. Shirley. Shirley is a member of the National Association of Extension 4-H Agents Board, serving as Public Relations and Information Chair. In this position, she's responsible for working with the National Association, regional directors, and the National 4-H Council to develop media and marketing materials for agents to use locally. She's also active in GAE 4-HA, the Georgia Association. In 2010, Shirley was awarded the 4-H Meritorious Service Award, which is presented to only one 4-H agent annually in each state. With a student population of more than 19,000, Shirley focuses on recruiting and training dedicated volunteers, providing them several hours of curriculum training in each month. In the past 2 years, 19 classroom volunteers have been trained and now lead monthly club meetings. Shirley promotes 4-H using monthly newsletters, educational flyers, public service announcements, and guest appearances on several local television channels in the Augusta area. Under her supervision and promotion in 2 years, the youth program has raised more than $55,000 through grants, gifts, and fundraising. In her essay, Shirley stated, "I bet my last dollar on 4-H as the best youth organization yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Extension agents, and particularly 4-H agents, have one of the most fulfilling jobs in the world. Being a 4-H agent is not just a job, it's a lifestyle." Congratulations to Shirley Williamson, winner of the Northwest District. The winner of the Northwest District is Miss Cherry Howaller. Cherry is the Board Extension Agent for Spalding County and has been a member of the National and State Extension Agent Associations for almost 30 years. She's a mentor to fellow agents and is also active in Epsilon Sigma Phi, which is the honorary extension fraternity. One of the collaborative efforts that she's been involved with is with the City of Griffin and Spalding County's One Town, One Goal project. As co-chair of the committee, made up of civic, county, city, and church organizations, she is involved in plans and activities to revitalize the Thomaston Mills neighborhood in Griffin. In addition to monthly newsletters and newspaper articles, she also promotes 4-H through frequent local radio updates. She supervises 35 volunteer leaders and maintains 4 project clubs with active volunteer leadership. In 2011, more than 2,350 Helping Hands projects were completed by Spalding County 4-H members. In her essay, Cherry stated, "No matter where you go, children have the same basic needs. They require the positive direction of a caring adult in their lives. Many 4-H projects consist of youth-adult partnerships building on the qualities, skills, and talents each has to offer. I believe that 4-H doesn't just build blue ribbon winners, but winners in life." Congratulations to Cherry Howaller. The winner for the Southeast District is Ms. Cheryl Poffel, 4-H Extension Coordinator for Toombs County. Cheryl has served 4-H in many capacities, most recently chosen as one of 2 Southeast District 4-H agents to serve on the new Revolution of Responsibility campaign review team. She has also served as a Southeast District Junior and Senior Director and as the Epsilon Sigma Phi Service Fraternity's Scholarship and Recognitions Committee Chair. Cheryl targets valuable issues such as healthy lifestyles and internet security for youth in her programming, but with concerns that all-terrain vehicle or ATV accidents were on the rise and seeing no safety training program available in the county, Cheryl applied for and received one of only 8 nationwide grants for community ATV safety education. Her programs were designed to teach middle school-aged youth about the dangers associated with riding ATVs. To date, more than 1,000 people have been educated by this program. In her essay, Cheryl states, "Youth need a safe environment in which they can find a place to belong, and many adults need that same environment where they can contribute. The Georgia 4-H program is that place, a place where youth can be inspired and a place where adults can give back. Making the best better isn't a cliche. For me, it's a way of life." Congratulations to Cheryl Poffel, winner of the Southeast District. And the winner of the Southwest District is Mr. Darren Reberg from Grady County. Darren is a member of the National and State Extension Agent Associations and a member of Epsilon Sigma Phi, serving on many committees and positions in his tenure. Darren manages the Grady County office staff and oversees all areas of extension for his county. He supervises 34 active adult volunteers and 5 volunteer-led programs, and has also started a popular market goat show program in which participation has increased 7-fold in only 4 short years. Darren has organized several very successful fundraisers, including an annual Vidalia onion sale and a UGA 4-H car tag, many of you I think have seen, that he designed that was sold statewide. Even with local 4-Hers being able to use successful fundraisers to pay for their camp fees, camp participation in Grady County, the numbers have not increased. But Grady County experienced its highest level of participation in 23 years after Darren started using technology to help recruit campers, promoting camp on the Grady County 4-H Facebook page, on the local website, and by email alerts to parents. In his essay, Darren states, "Our goal is to provide a 4-H program that appeals to every child, whether they live on a farm or within the city limits. I enjoy watching my 4-Hers grow and mature as they work their way through their 4-H career." congratulations to Darren Reber, winner of the Southwest District, William H. Booth Award. I'd like to thank each of these 4 outstanding agents and say thank you to all extension agents for working with Georgia 4-H. Agents have the opportunity to make a powerful impact on young people's lives. With their time, efforts, and commitment and dedication, they're making a difference across this great state. Thank you all 4. You have been chosen because of your peers thinking you are the best in your area, and we salute you for that. It's now my honor to announce the state winner. In the words of our state winner, and I always do this and it makes it hard, doesn't it? I grew up in 4-H. Now as a 4-H agent, I realize I am in the business of growing young people. It's up to me to make sure their 4-H experience is a positive and enjoyable one. I strive to create an innovative and dynamic program that young people want to be a part of. I want to infuse them with tremendous motivation and instill in them an appetite to always do their best and be a success in all that they do. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Darren Reber. Recipient of the 2012 State Youth Award, Extension Agent of the Year.
Congratulations to our William H. Booth Award recipients. And thanks again to Georgia EMC for your recognition of some of our best 4-H agents. Georgia 4-H depends on strong public and private partnerships to ensure its success. Mr. Art Smith, State 4-H leader, would now recognize outstanding support of 4-H by one of Georgia's public servants. Mr. Arch.
Congratulations to our outstanding Booth Award recipients and to Darren Rayburn. Another special thank you to Georgia EMC for sponsoring that award. They also sponsor our Green Jacket Award, and we want to thank them for that support. In 2008, the Georgia 4-H program began recognizing an outstanding public servant who has proven to be a true supporter of 4-H in the past and who is committed to continue to support 4-H in the future. The Green Jacket Award, as I said, is sponsored by the Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, and we thank their president and CEO, Mr. Paul Wood, who could not be with us tonight, Ms. Alice Mallory, their chair of their board, who is with us, and Public Relations Coordinator, Ms. Gail Cutler, who is with us also this evening, with continued support of the Green Jacket Award. This year's recipient is a longtime public servant who has served the citizens of Georgia in various capacities since the 1960s. The 2012 recipient is the 12th Chancellor of the University System of Georgia, Mr. Hank M. Huckabee. Mr. Huckabee received his associate degree in liberal arts from Young Harris College and a bachelor's degree in political science and an MBA in international business from Georgia State University. He also later continued his graduate work at the University of Georgia. He has been a teacher at DeKalb College and Emory University, and a guest lecturer at the University of Georgia and Young Harris. Early in his career, he worked in admissions at Georgia State University and Gordon College. He served as director of the Carl Vincent Institute of Government at the University of Georgia, and also served as Senior Vice President of Finance and Administration at the University of Georgia. In the 1990s, Mr. Huckabee served in the Governor's Office of Planning and Budget and was director of that office from 1991 to 95, and he oversaw the state budget on behalf of the governor during those years. Mr. Huckabee has served as Commissioner of the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. He's been the Executive Director of the Georgia Residential Finance Authority, and after his retirement from the University of Georgia in 2006, Chancellor Huckabee was elected to the Georgia General Assembly House District 113 seat that represents Oconee and parts of Clark County and surrounding areas. I think most importantly to Mr. Huckabee's dedication to Georgia 4-H, it was soon after that election in late summer, early fall of 2010 that Mr. Huckabee came to Rock Eagle 4-H Center one morning and spent about a half a day with Dean Scott Angle and I, and we toured the facilities. And at that time, Cabin 31 was under construction, being built with private money, and future Representative Huckabee stood on the back porch of that unfinished cabin with Dean Angle and I, and began to map out a plan of how he could help us rebuild all the cabins at Rock Eagle. This monumental task is one that is needed to ensure the success of the 4-H Center. But because Rock Eagle is the centerpiece of 4-H activities in this state, it is crucial that we have a strong 4-H center to serve what we believe is the nation's best 4-H program. As Chancellor, Mr. Huckabee has continued to support our efforts to build new cabins, but he's also been present at other 4-H programs to show his support for youth development component of our program, which is the true purpose of Georgia 4-H. And even this evening, he reminded me that he wanted to be at Fall Forum to see Clovis and Company, and I'm sure that he and Amy will be there, and we're going to get it on his calendar next week. Chancellor Huckabee is currently a resident of Oconee County, an active member of the Rotary Club there, Chamber of Commerce. He serves as a trustee of the Ty Cobb Educational Foundation, as a trustee of Young Harris College, as an active member of the First United Methodist Church of Athens, and in 1995, when he was living in Douglas County, he was named Douglas County Man of the Year. Probably most importantly to him, though, is that he has his wife, Amy, with him here this evening. They make their home in Oconee County. As I said, they have 2 grown children and 6 grandchildren. It's my distinct pleasure to present the 2012 Green Jacket Award given by the Georgia Electric Membership Corporation to the 12th Chancellor of the University System of Georgia, Mr. Hank Huckabee.
Well, thank you so very, very much. I can't explain verbally how important and how humbled I am with this award. You can look at me and tell, and of course from that introduction, I've been around a long time. And I've been privileged to have a career that's been very satisfying and served in many capacities. And over the years, I have been honored, rightly or unrightly, in many ways, but very little compares to this honor tonight. Often I hear, as Chancellor of the University System, about all the things that we need to do better in terms of educating our youth. And there are things we need to do better. And we will do a better job in providing education. I assure our appropriations chairman we will do a better job in more wisely expending the funds that are given to us. But one of my greatest concerns is how we do a better job within the political constraints that we face today. Not only educating our youth, but also helping finding ways to give them the skills, the values that they will need, not only for themselves, but more importantly, that's so critical to the future of their respective communities, our state, and our nation. I'm very proud and very humbled to have any opportunity to be associated with an organization like 4-H. I grew up in Southside Atlanta, a very urban area, and I had the opportunity to be a member of 4-H, and that's to my detriment. But I did have the opportunity on 2 occasions in high school to attend meetings and conferences at the 4-H Center at Rock Eagle, and that's when it was relatively new. It was a great place, had a great time. Since that time, as I've gotten older, and gone down to Rock Eagle with church groups, I've forgotten how it is to sleep on those cots, particularly if you're on the top bunk. And if you're in there with a bunch of fellow churchmen, old guys like me, the volume of snoring is very, very loud. So I have a personal interest in seeing that the cabins at Rock Eagle are replaced. But I was struck, and I hope you as young people recognize this. Arch spent a lot of time introducing folks over here, introducing people who have done this or that over the years and continue to do to support an organization like this. I hope the lesson comes across to you that anything good, anything worthwhile is not done by one person. It takes a lot of people. Everybody has a part to play. And I hope that wherever you go in your life, whatever your career is, wherever you live, that you will take that lesson to heart, that you will be a part of your community, that you will give back to your community and to your state in whatever way seems appropriate. And I certainly can't stand here tonight and take the credit for doing all these things that Arch talked about. I can propose that certain things be done, but unless we have receptive ears by people like Appropriations Chairman England, the governor, and others, it doesn't get done. The message there is the same. It takes a lot of people to do good things. My commitment to you here tonight, and Arch has already, Terry, given me a figure for next year's budget. We will continue to start that ball in our office, begin the ball rolling for the completion of this project. And I hope in a few years we can all stand up here and say that all of the cat cottages have been rebuilt, because I think that will be an indication in a very tangible way that we in the university system, that those leaders in the legislature and the governor's office are committed to providing the resources and facilities to our youth. Send a message to them that we do care, that we recognize that you are our future, that you need the kind of values and skills and experiences that 4-H provides you. Thank you for this honor. I will always treasure it. God bless you.
Congratulations,